Hello, my name is Chakotay Johnson. I'm a student at the University of Wisconsin Superior, and this is my peak speech, week 13, Communication 110. So initially, I would like to say that this speech is called the Ancestral Veneration of Nubian America, where I will give respect and homage and love and remembrance to my ancestors and the transatlantic slave trade. And throughout the course of this speech, I will address racial discrimination. I will address cultural displacement of African Americans and Nubian Americans and people of the descent of Mediterranean and other issues that's going on today in modern day society. So Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, in their era and before the Civil Rights Movement, it was the Jim Crow era, and before that, we were just released out of slavery. It was the early 1900s. And I don't know if people know who Robert Sadler is, but it is historically proven that slavery didn't end until the late 1920s. Back to what I was saying. These people, the atrocities and the damage we experienced, it is in our DNA and it carries on with us. And it's very sad that me growing up, I just noticed in recent times that every last movie I ever saw about my ancestors, what's going on in society, it depicts my ancestors as weaklings, inferior, and living in fear. And I always tell my people, today in society, the greatest way for us to stand up is to get our education and strive to be better and constantly evolve, because we are here to evolve as human beings, no matter what ethnicity, race, or culture we ultimately belong to. Now, when we were released from slavery, we experienced great nightmares that still exist today, but they just changed form. And these nightmares we experienced was us being, decimated and misinformed, miseducated, etc. And my ancestors suffered, and they were quite different and had quite different belief systems and were more of a collective in their structural gatherings than African Americans are today, ultimately. And it's sad to say, it's so much pollution in the media and so much lies, schism, and separation and so much misinformation that, it's going to take a small group of African Americans like me to continue to empower and display an example of truth in our behavior, I would say. But it's me being here today and talking to this video and being a electrical physicist and student in science, I'm able to talk into this video today, and it's like I'm a reflection of 100 million star lives of these people. And we are truly, this is a very emotional time for me in this video, but we are truly equal to, all people, and we forgive all humanity, and we wish peace among all humanity. And we want to continue to move on beyond our history and find out a way that we can progress and empower our own people. the Nubian people in America? How can we empower our people and continue to develop into a true future and back into a true past of what we are and who we were? So my plan and my servitude to this is to help African Americans and all humans across the world by providing a way to get them real information and get them daily quotes about human life and get them the right information to keep them motivated and introduce people back into a world of learning and take them from a society of distractions and confusions. That's the greatest thing my ancestors were asked of me to do. That's what I'm fully cooperative in doing right now. And as I tell this speech, I continue to take a mental journey through the history of what my ancestors experienced, feeling my heart throb and knowing that the world will hear me reflect on these issues. And I just want all humans to live equally and know that we all come from the same origin, which is an energy system, no matter what way we describe it or what it truly is. We all belong to something greater in this star universe. So this speech was basically a dedicated contribution and veneration, true veneration, to the Nubian ancestors that were exploited through the transatlantic slave trade and all exploitations and harms done against Black Africa and other people and ethnic groups across the world. It's hard for me to close this out. It's so much I have to say. I can say 100 billion sentences in this 7 to 9 minute video. And, I'm not understanding if I will be able to reach and get the message that I ultimately want to get to my people and people that are on the outside looking in on our culture. I truly believe in my heart as a normal, honest human that we are equal and that this information about science and true history can empower us all and push us into a future where we can all live in equality, peace, and justice for all. I'm a true servant and dedicated follower of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and John F. Kennedy, and I truly do pledge allegiance to the United States. It's always been a great home for me and a place that I reside in, and I appreciate y'all listening to me in this speech. And I want to let y'all know that anything we put our mind and our hearts to with true dedication, we will achieve and we will overcome the struggles of today in modern society. May our ancestors rest in peace, and may we continue to enjoy our freedom and empower towards a freedom beyond anything America has ever imagined.